Katie. So I have made a lot of videos. For example, on my main channel, The Katie Diaries, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. I have made over 200 videos. On this channel, I've made a few, nowhere near as many, but a few. And I've pretty much been making videos ever since I knew what a camera was. I honestly really just love filming and editing and creating and producing. So when this amazing person, The Craft Cabinet, suggested that I make a video about how I edit my videos, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So with the editing, I'm not going to go 100% in depth, like this is how I cut and everything, but if you would like me to do something like that, let me know in the comments. That's just probably better for a separate video because it's more like tutorial-like. Anyway, let's get into the video. So the first thing I do before I actually start any of the physical filming is actually coming up with the idea. Sometimes this is harder than you might think, but I spend a lot of the time on the train getting to work, but I get inspiration from bits of everyday life and think, how can I turn that into a video that's relatable to everyone in the whole world? It's harder than you think. So once I've got the idea, I'll make it up in a very rough script sort of format. A lot of the time I will actually go off the script when I'm actually filming if I find something funnier, or I just feel like that doesn't really work when I'm actually filming it on the day, but I will have a script written before I start filming. Anyway, once the script is written, I get out all of my equipment ready to film. So when I film my main channel videos, I actually use my Canon EOS 80D, which I'm filming on right now. And I know that a lot of people like to use all different types of lenses, but I actually just use the lens that came with it. So that's the Canon Zoom Lens EFS 18-55mm. Do with that information what you will. And then for sound, I use a Rode shotgun microphone which just sits on the top of my camera. Again, fantastic. And then to hold up my camera, I just use my Manfrotto tripod. I spend the majority, about 99.9% of my videos I'm filming by myself. So it's just me in my room, so I have to have a good tripod to make sure it's all steady. You could also use a stack of books. I know that a lot of people say that. You can start out by just putting it on your desk, or you could even just hold it if you wanted to, but I do like having this really nice tripod there. And the final piece of equipment I need to set up is my light. So I actually use a big softbox light. If you have been following my channel for a while, you would probably know that I used to literally just have like a big exposed light bulb as my light, and it was really dangerous and I almost got electrocuted a million times and it wasn't very effective. So I would definitely recommend getting a softbox. I think it's really nice. You can change the amount of light bulbs that you turn on. So mine has 6 light bulbs and I usually just use 3. I do actually have 2 of them, by the way, but I only use 1. I might use 2 at some point. So that's how I set up for my main channel videos. However, if I am vlogging, I just use my Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II. Oh my god, it's so good. I've talked about this before as well, but like, it's got the classic little flip here. It's got amazing focus, really fast. It's really fantastic. I would 100% recommend this one. Okay, so after filming is complete, I get to do my favorite part, and that is the editing. I don't really know why editing is my favorite. I just am obsessed with it, and I really love the idea that like you get to see all of your work coming together, and also you can actually make a video funnier, better, more interesting with editing. Like, it could change the whole atmosphere, which I think is really awesome. So when I edit, I actually use the program Adobe Premiere Pro. I know that a lot of YouTubers use Final Cut or iMovie. I just personally really love using Premiere. I think it has like a really professional look, and there's so many things. There's so much that you can do. I actually started to learn Premiere when I was 12 because I needed to make some more advanced movies rather than using Windows Movie Maker, and I am still learning things. I'm 20 now and I'm still figuring out new tips and tricks, which I think are really helpful and really awesome things that you can do with Premiere. I also prefer it because I use After Effects and Photoshop often, and obviously they're all Adobe programs, so they all work in conjunction with each other. Now, I'm not a pro at all in After Effects. I know some things because I know Premiere, but After Effects I use mainly for titles and animations. And most of the titles and animations that I use, I actually get from a website called Envato. Oh my gosh, guys, use it. So it can be a little bit pricey because you do have to pay for the licensing, but for the titles, animations, music, literally everything that you could ever need for digital media, you can get on Envato. Like, this is not sponsored, by the way. I mean, I wish it was, but it's not. So I would 100% recommend this to anyone who wants like professional looking effects without actually really knowing too much about how to do it. It's very simple. Now you're probably gonna like go and look at my channel and be like, wow, everything she has on here is from there. Hacks. So then after editing comes one more of my other favorite parts, and that is creating the thumbnail. So as I said before, I create the thumbnail in Adobe Photoshop. I'll usually just like screenshot a piece of the video that I really like or I think is the most interesting or makes the most sense for the video, and then I'll drag it into Photoshop and edit the brightness and contrast and vibrance and just make it look a lot better than it actually already did. Then sometimes I decide to add some text or drop shadows or effect, and the font that I mainly use is actually called Bebas, or Bebas? I've never had to say it out loud before, but a lot of YouTubers use this font, so if you were wondering what that was, that's what it's called. And after that is complete, so is your video. Yay! That's pretty much my video making process, and all in all, with the filming and the editing, it probably takes about 3 hours. It can take longer, it can take shorter, it really just depends on the length of the video and the amount of scenes and effects and edits and things that I need to do for that particular video. But I hope you enjoyed this video and hope you learned a little bit as well. I really, really hope I was able to help someone, because I just think that would be so nice. And you guys have helped me so much with just everything and coming up with the requests. Just awesome. I'm just really excited. So thanks once again to the Craft Cabinet for suggesting this video. You are awesome, and I hope that I helped you. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon with new videos. Bye!